Chosen One, hear this with urgency. The next moon phase is not like the others. This is not a passing cycle in the sky or just another date on the calendar. This moon marks a divine appointment, a spiritual signal written into creation itself. In this hour, the heavens declare that your reality is about to flip. What has been hidden will be revealed, what was delayed will be accelerated, and the very balance of your life will turn upside down in your favor. You may have felt it already, the restlessness in your spirit, the sense that something is shifting just beyond the veil. You have walked through silence, endured battles that seemed endless, and carried questions that weighed heavy on your soul. This moment explains why. The pause, the struggle, the waiting, it has all been leading to this exact lunar gateway. The moon is God's clock in the heavens, and when it reaches this phase, a portal of transformation opens for the chosen ones. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. Your destiny has been waiting for this signal. Do not ignore this message. You are standing at the edge of your divine flip. Subscribe now, comment 111 if you are ready, and share this word with another chosen one who needs to prepare. You have lived through countless moon phases before, but this one is unlike any other. Ordinary cycles bring subtle shifts, small tides in your emotions, passing dreams, gentle reminders that time is moving forward. But this moon, this is not ordinary. This is the appointed shift that has been building for years, waiting for the exact alignment to release its power into your life. Understand this clearly. Heaven does not waste movements. Every orbit, every cycle, every rising and setting of the moon is tied to divine order. Yet, only in certain rare alignments does the veil between the spiritual and the natural thin enough for the chosen ones to feel the direct impact. This is one of those times. That is why your spirit feels restless. That is why your heart has been expecting something you cannot quite put into words. The atmosphere itself is heavy with prophetic significance. Chosen One, this moment carries the weight of destiny. It is a cosmic appointment written into the blueprint of your life before you were even born. Think of it as a spiritual courtroom session where heaven has scheduled your case to be heard. For years you have carried prayers, petitions, and cries for breakthrough. This moon phase is not simply a night in the sky. It is the opening of a divine file with your name on it. You cannot compare this moment to past seasons, because the preparation you endured then was building you for now. Every disappointment, every delay, every battle was aligning you for this once-in-a-lifetime window. To dismiss it as just another cycle would be to ignore the handwriting of God across the heavens. Do not be fooled into passivity. Destiny does not wait for the unprepared. Just as the tide recedes when the moon shifts, so too does this spiritual opening close quickly once the moment has passed. If you hesitate, if you distract yourself, if you shrug it off as nothing special, you risk missing the very doorway that was meant to flip your reality forever. This is why the urgency burns in your spirit. This is why you cannot shake the sense that something monumental is near. Because heaven knows the moon testifies, and your soul recognizes the truth. This is not just another phase. This is the phase, the one that marks the difference between who you were and who you are becoming. Chosen One, prepare with holy expectation. The next moon phase is not merely a date on a calendar. It is your divine moment of reversal. Chosen One, the truth is this: you have not stumbled into this moment blindly. The signs have been surrounding you, whispering to your spirit, nudging you toward preparation. What you have been experiencing was never random. It was heaven's way of alerting you to what is now unfolding. Think back to the restlessness that has followed you in recent weeks and months, nights where sleep escaped you, days where your spirit felt unsettled, though nothing in the natural seemed wrong. That restlessness was not anxiety. It was the stirring of your soul, recognizing that the spiritual atmosphere was shifting. Your spirit always knows before your mind can comprehend. You have also seen sudden endings, relationships falling apart without warning, doors closing abruptly, opportunities slipping away that you thought were secure. At first, you may have asked, why now? Why is everything collapsing at once? But chosen one, those endings were not punishments. They were divine closures. The universe was making space for what the next moon phase will bring. Old chapters cannot carry into a new reality. The sudden endings were signs that you were being positioned for the flip. Your dreams have also spoken louder than usual. Vivid images, symbols, or even intense emotions have visited you in the night. Do not dismiss them as mere imagination. Dreams are one of heaven's most personal languages. In seasons of great shifts, the chosen ones often receive night visions to prepare their hearts for what is to come. Each dream has been a puzzle piece, pointing you towards this very season. And what about the repeated numbers? You've noticed them, 111, 222, 333, on clocks, receipts, or random moments. You know deep down they are not coincidences. These numbers are coded messages, divine confirmations that you are on the right path. 111, for example, is a call to alignment, to oneness with divine timing. 333 represents the presence of the Trinity and the completion of a cycle. Every time your eyes caught these patterns, it was heaven's way of saying, stay awake. The flip is coming. Chosen one, every phase of the moon has been preparing you for this exact moment. Think of it as training rounds. Each cycle shifted something small inside you, whether you realized it or not. The waxing moons built your faith. The waning moons stripped away what no longer served your destiny. The full moons exposed hidden truths, while the new moons invited you into silence and reflection. Step by step, the clock of heaven has been conditioning you for the phase that will finally flip your reality. And I need you to hear this clearly. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. The sensitivity you feel, the signs you notice, the way you see meaning in what others call coincidence, that is not weakness. That is evidence you are chosen. You were designed to perceive what others ignore. While the world dismisses dreams, numbers, and restlessness, your spirit recognizes them as prophetic warnings. Every sign was a breadcrumb leading you here. Every moment of restlessness was your inner compass pointing to the shift. Every ending, every dream, every divine nudge has been heaven's way of preparing you for this moon phase. You are not just entering a new cycle. You are entering your appointed flip, the one you were always meant to experience. Chosen one, listen closely. This lunar shift is not for the world at large. It is not for the distracted, the careless, or those who mock the things of the spirit. This moment is marked specifically for you. You have been set apart, refined, and chosen for a destiny that could not unfold until this very hour. This is not a general shift. This is your appointed flip. What does it mean when we say your reality will flip? It means that the unseen will become visible, the hidden will be revealed, and the things that were once working against you will suddenly begin to work for you. Where you faced rejection, you will find acceptance. Where doors were slammed shut, new doors will swing open with divine favor. Where your voice was silenced, it will be amplified. This is the turning of tables, a reversal so complete that those who doubted you will not recognize the new version of you rising from the ashes. For too long, spiritual chains have tried to bind you. Fear, cycles of delay, generational strongholds. But under this lunar alignment, chains are breaking. What was once impossible will suddenly feel possible. The spiritual weight you have been carrying will lift, and clarity will replace confusion. It is not by your strength, but by the divine timing of this event, chosen one. This is confirmation of your higher calling. You were not kept in isolation by accident. You were not walking through wilderness seasons in vain. Every silence, every waiting period, every unanswered prayer has been part of a greater preparation. Now heaven signals that you are ready. This moon marks the unveiling, the proof that you are stepping into the role you were destined to play. The trials were not punishment, they were training. And this lunar flip is the graduation moment where your hidden identity as a chosen one becomes undeniable. But hear this carefully. Though the breakthrough is guaranteed, your response still matters. Fear will try to whisper that you are not ready. Doubt will try to convince you it's too good to be true. Distractions will attempt to pull your attention away just as the shift begins. That is why preparation is everything. If you are spiritually awake, you will step into the blessing. If you are careless, you may miss the fullness of what was meant for you. This moment carries both holy fear and radiant hope. Fear, because portals like this do not open every day, and ignoring them comes with consequences. Hope, because you are not powerless. You are equipped, chosen, and already aligned for victory. The heaviness you endured proves your readiness. The opposition you faced confirms the size of the breakthrough on the other side. Chosen one, this is the hour where your reality will flip. Do not shrink back in hesitation. Do not treat this like just another phase. This is your divine signal, your cosmic marker, your undeniable confirmation. The moon itself testifies, it is time for the chosen ones to rise. Chosen one, if there is one truth you must hold on to right now, it is this: the window is short. The moon does not linger in one phase forever, and neither does this divine portal. Once this lunar alignment passes, the doorway it opens will close. The opportunity that is being handed to you in this sacred moment will not be available indefinitely. Think of it like a harvest season. A farmer cannot reap in the dead of winter what he neglected to gather in the autumn. In the same way, this moon marks your season of harvest. What you have sown in tears, in prayers, in perseverance, now stands ripe for reaping. But the harvest must be gathered in its time. If you delay, if you wait until later, the season shifts, and what was once ripe begins to wither. This is why timing matters so deeply. Heaven has orchestrated this moment as your divine appointment. The moon is the clock, the signal that the courtroom of heaven is in session. Right now, the veil is thinner, the atmosphere charged, the alignment perfect. If you act in faith, if you align your spirit, you will step into what was reserved for you. But if you ignore it, if you choose distraction, or if disbelief hardens your heart, you will watch the opportunity slip by. Not because you were unworthy, but because you were unprepared. Chosen one, I must speak this with urgency. This will not wait for you. Destiny is generous, but it is also precise. You cannot negotiate with divine timing. Just as the moon obeys its orbit without delay, so too must you step into alignment without hesitation. To miss this phase is to miss a divine key that unlocks the next chapter of your life. This moment is a season change. Just as winter cannot be stopped from giving way to spring, your life cannot remain as it was after this flip. But here is the difference. While the shift will come regardless, whether you walk in its blessing or watch it pass you by depends on your readiness. Seasons change with or without your consent, but destiny requires your participation. Understand this: delay is not just dangerous, it is costly. Every time you put off obedience, every time you choose comfort over courage, you risk forfeiting ground that was meant for you. The chosen ones cannot afford hesitation in this hour. The heavens are declaring urgency. The moon is testifying, and your spirit is already stirring. Do not be like those who hear the trumpet but refuse to move. Do not be like the ones who saw the flood coming yet delayed until it was too late. The ark is open now, but soon the door will shut. And once it does, the opportunity is sealed. Chosen one, this is your harvest, your doorway, your divine signal. This moon phase is not waiting for your convenience. It is demanding your response now. Step forward with boldness. Step into the shift. Step into your destiny. The window is short, and it will not open again the same way. Chosen one reason your spirit has been restless and your nights heavy is this: the darkness knows the clock. The spiritual forces that oppose your rise are not ignorant of heaven's timetable. When a portal of reversal draws near, the resistance intensifies. That pressure you feel, those sudden discouragements and unexplained setbacks, they are not signs that you're failing. They are proof that the shift is real and that your breakthrough is imminent. You must understand a rule of spiritual warfare. Opposition grows louder just before deliverance. Before a door opens, doors are tested. Before a promotion, distractions will increase. Before a harvest, storms will try to scatter the grain. The enemy uses delay, fear, confusion, and spiritual heaviness to disqualify those who are unprepared. But those attacks are not the final word. They are the enemy's last attempt to keep you from receiving what heaven has already ordained. So when fear rises in your chest, when doubt whispers that you are not chosen, when relationships fracture and finances stress, do not take those as confirmation that you should give up. Take them as confirmation that you are on the verge of something enormous. The very intensity of the warfare around you is a signpost. The breakthrough is close enough to be threatened. Darkness escalates because it senses defeat. You also need practical discernment. Some attacks will come as internal lies, shame, unworthiness, procrastination. Others will arrive externally, sudden betrayals, physical exhaustion, or people who attempt to derail your calling. Recognize the pattern. Attacks often try to distract you from the specific steps of alignment. They tempt you to sleep when you should pray, to argue when you should surrender, to waste the window of preparation with noise and comfort. Do not be alarmed. Be strategic. Increase your vigilance. Double down on your ritual of alignment and anchor yourself in faith. Use prayer like a shield. Use fasting and silence like sharpening tools, and speak aloud the promises you have been given. Remember, spiritual attacks are not evidence of failure. They are the enemy's response to your nearing victory. Finally, expose the tactics for what they are. When confusion rises, name it. When sudden fear appears, declare its source and rebuke it. The moment you refuse to play by the enemy's script, his power begins to erode. The moon's timing is on your side. The heavens are orchestrating a flip, and the forces that oppose you are simply trying to stop a narrative already written by God. Chosen one, keep your eyes fixed. Expect resistance, but do not be intimidated by it. Be emboldened. The darker the night, the closer the dawn. The intensified attacks prove one undeniable truth. Your reality is about to flip, and the enemy is running out of time. Chosen one, listen carefully. The next moon phase is not a casual evening in the sky. It is a spiritual doorway, and how you step through it will determine what unfolds in your reality. This is not the night to scroll, to sleep without awareness, or to treat as ordinary. You must be intentional. You must align your spirit, your body, and your mind with the shift. If you move with focus, you will catch the full blessing. If you are distracted, the window can pass you by. Alignment begins with purification. On the day leading into this moon phase, consider a fast not just from food, but from distractions. Turn down the noise of social media, mute the voices of chaos, and choose silence. Fasting empties the vessel so that spirit can fill it. When you step under the moon, let your hunger, your stillness, your surrender become an offering. Second, journal. Write down everything that has ended in this season. Relationships, jobs, patterns, fears. Name them. By naming them, you release their power. The moonlight symbolizes revelation. What is written under it becomes a declaration. Write not only what you are releasing, but also what you are claiming. Freedom, abundance, love, clarity. This act of documentation ties your inner world to the cosmic alignment. Third, embrace silence and prayer. Stand or sit beneath the moon. Close your eyes. Let its light bathe your skin. Pray boldly, but also listen. Often, the breakthrough comes not from what you say, but from what you hear in the stillness. In the silence, whispers of guidance will come. Do not dismiss them. They are keys being handed to you. Fourth, practice cleansing rituals. Take a spiritual bath with salt or herbs. Burn incense or light a candle as a symbol of transformation. Speak affirmations aloud as you cleanse. I am free from old chains. I am aligned with my divine assignment. I step into the new reality. Your words are not empty. Under this moon, they carry weight. Fifth, release old ties. This is crucial. If there are relationships that pull you backward, thought patterns that shame you, or habits that drain you, declare their release. Say it out loud. I cut the cord. I release what no longer serves my destiny. Then visualize those cords dissolving in the moonlight. Do not fear the emptiness that follows. That emptiness is the space being prepared for your new reality. Finally, meditate on gratitude. Alignment is not only about letting go, it is about receiving. Thank the heavens for this window, for the strength you've gained, and for the destiny unfolding before you. Gratitude seals the shift like a lock turned into place. Chosen one, this is your action plan. Fast, journal, pray, cleanse, release, and give thanks. Do not treat this night like any other, because it is not like any other. It is a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic appointment. Show up prepared, show up open, and show up intentional. If you align yourself fully, nothing will stop the flip. The chains will fall, the veil will lift, and you will rise into the reality meant for you. Chosen one, when the moon shifts, your reality will flip, and this flip is not small. It is the moment everything you've been waiting for, praying for, and fighting for finally begins to manifest. You have endured long nights of loneliness, wondering why you were hidden, why you were rejected, why doors seemed to close in your face. You questioned yourself. You questioned your worth. But all of that was preparation, not punishment. The waiting was the soil. The flip is the harvest. Here is what awaits you. New doors opening where walls once stood. People who once overlooked you will suddenly recognize your light. The very rooms you were excluded from will now send invitations. The rejection you endured becomes proof that you were set apart, not set aside. Where you heard no after no, you will now hear yes. This is the essence of the flip. The unseen becomes seen. The hidden becomes revealed. The silenced becomes celebrated. Isolation turns into recognition. You were kept apart so your identity could be forged in strength, so your spirit could be sharpened. Now the world will see what heaven already declared over you. Rejection turns into favor. The same ones who dismissed you will have no choice but to acknowledge the grace on your life. Delay turns into acceleration. What felt stuck for years will suddenly move with speed, as if time itself bends to push you forward. This breakthrough is not random. It is divine appointment. Every tear you shed was watering the ground of your destiny. Every loss was pruning you for growth. Every unanswered prayer was aligning you with timing greater than your understanding. The waiting season was not wasted, it was sacred. And this moon phase marks the moment that season ends and the new one begins. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the shift, opportunities meeting you instead of you chasing them. Divine connections appearing at just the right time. The right people drawn to your energy, the right doors swinging wide. Blessings that felt delayed will suddenly feel multiplied. This is the breakthrough you've carried in your spirit, but had not yet seen in your reality. Chosen one, this is why you survived. This is why you were tested, stretched, and even broken. You were not abandoned, you were being positioned. And now, at the appointed time, the flip will make sense of it all. Hold on to this truth. The flip will not just change your circumstances, it will change how you see yourself. You will no longer question if you are chosen. You will walk in it fully, boldly, unapologetically. The breakthrough awaiting you is not just about blessing, it is about identity. You will finally live as the one you were always called to be. Chosen one, hear this with all the weight of heaven behind it. This is not another prophecy for you to scroll past. This is your appointed time. The moon is shifting, the spiritual clock is striking, and the portal of destiny is opening. This is your test of faith. Will you shrink back into fear, doubt, and distraction? Or will you step boldly into the reality flip that has been prepared for you? You cannot treat this like just another season. This is not ordinary. This is divine timing carved out for you, written in the stars and sealed by your trials. The waiting, the warfare, the rejection, the silence, it all led to this exact moment. The next moon phase is not symbolic only. It is literal evidence that heaven has set your breakthrough into motion. Do not fear the flip. Yes, it will shake things. Yes, it will change what you know. But fear is the last trap the enemy will try to use to keep you bound. Step into this with boldness. Declare over yourself that you are ready. Walk in the authority of the chosen one you are. This is your chance to align, to receive, to claim the shift that belongs to you. Do not let disbelief rob you. Do not let distraction pull you away. You have waited too long, suffered too much, endured too faithfully to miss this window. Chosen one, if this word resonates with your spirit, take action right now. Subscribe so you never miss another prophetic release. Share this message with another chosen one who needs to hear it. And most importantly, declare it in the comments. I am ready for the flip. This is your moment. This is your shift. This is your destiny. And it begins at the next moon phase.